Welcome back, you guys. Can you believe we are already in November? That is absolutely wild. I remember New Year's Eve of 2023 like it was literally just yesterday. This is so insane that we're already into November, but that being said, we are in November, and November feels like a month of thankfulness, of course. And also, I feel November is such a month for positivity and gratitude and all things positive, kind of flipping the script of Evil Month, which we have just finished. If you didn't notice, please go binge Evil Month. It's a wonderful plot twist to evil. Let's just put it that way. But I think it was a really, really fun series. And so this month, we're going to be doing an entire series on positivity and thankfulness and gratitude and all things positive. I know November can be a very stressful month, as a lot of us are back in our hometown, or we have family coming into town, or, just Thanksgiving dinners, Christmas dinners, all of the stress of the holidays is coming upon us. And I want to craft a really steady, positive mindset that we can fall back on when all of the stress and anxiety and family occurs. One hack that you can start with is do your Christmas shopping now. If you haven't already started, honestly, you probably should have started like yesterday, but do it now. Do it now. You'll thank me later. Do it now. That is not a suggestion. That is, in fact, an order. That being said, I think for today's topic, as we are slowly, getting into this whole series, I want to start with the topic of staying motivated. Now, this might make a little bit more sense to do in the middle, because oftentimes the middle is when it's just the absolute worst to just stay motivated. But I also think that it's hard to stay motivated at the beginning because it's easy to get an idea. But is it easy to actually keep the idea motivating you? Because I would love to live in New York City one day. I would. But how much am I motivated for that idea? Is it actually realistic? Not really. And am I going to make actionable steps to even make it happen? No. Am I even trying to visit there? No. So where am I going with that idea? Literally nowhere. So I feel like this is kind of how a lot of us can be. And I'll probably do another video in the middle of this too. But right now, I think that we need to really focus on pulling through with the ideas that we have and staying consistent when we get this idea. So my idea right now, is my whole series of positivity. And I feel like it's going to be hard for me to do, which is why I want to do it. I like challenging myself. People tell me that I'm a very positive, optimistic person, and I personally do not see it. I think I'm honestly so negative, so it blows my mind that people see me that way. And I've told people that too, and they're like, maybe you see yourself as not positive. Maybe we see you as positive because you're trying to overcorrect the negativity. And that's why you come off actually very positive. But you don't feel it that way because you feel you are negative and you don't see the flip of the positive side, if that makes any sense. And I was like, possibly, but I still don't think that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm a positive person? I'm not really sure. But I'm glad that I've been told that because I try to be positive. But I also kind of have inspiration for this topic because last night I was not being positive. I'm in the process of trying to write a book. And I've basically written all of it. I'm just trying to publish it now. And this is something that I've put off for so long because I knew that it was going to be as bad as it is. And it's not that it's that bad. It's obviously doable. Thousands, millions, billions, trillions of people have published books. And so I'm like, if they've done it, why can I not do it? I guarantee that I've also done a lot more stuff than some of these people have. All some of these people have done in their life is published a book. That's it. And I'm like, if that's something that they were just able to do, and that was the only thing they've ever done in their life, why can I not do it when I've done a lot harder things than some of these people have done? Not to toot my own horn, but it's true. And it's just something that it's so intimidating to me. It really is. It's so beyond intimidating to me. I've had to learn so much. I've put myself into a writer's group to really understand how all this stuff works. I've made a lot of writer connections, and I've learned a lot. I've spent hours trying to understand how to do this. And you know what? As much as I've absolutely hated all of this, I feel really, really proud of myself. And even though it's not done yet, I have a long ways to go because there's so many kinks that I need to work out. I'm really proud of myself because I'm taking the steps needed to get there, and I'm learning so much. I didn't know anything about publishing a book at first. I knew how to write. I knew that I had written what I wanted to write. I didn't know if it was grammar correct, but I knew that it was out there and I needed to just publish it. And I didn't know how much went into that. And I have really learned that things that are so intimidating to us are so intimidating because we haven't experienced it yet. Because we haven't experienced it yet. Say like a really, really hot guy walks into the bar. Are you going to go talk to him? Maybe you're intimidated. Why? Because you haven't experienced it yet. If your friend walks into a bar, you're going to go talk to your friend? Probably. Why? Because you've experienced that before. What about food? What about eating caviar? Is it a little intimidating? Maybe, because you haven't experienced it yet. What about eating a cheeseburger? It's probably not very intimidating because you've probably experienced that before. Was it intimidating the first time? Probably. Remember when you went from baby food to raspberries? I don't know, what do babies eat? Was that intimidating? I don't remember either, but it probably was at the time. What about when you got your tonsils or your wisdom teeth taken out and then you had to bite into a cheeseburger? That was a little intimidating because you hadn't experienced it yet. Going from soft foods back to hard foods, that's intimidating. Snapping out of your negative mindset and trying to focus only on a positive mindset for this series this month might be a little bit intimidating. Why? Because maybe you haven't experienced that yet. But I think this is going to be a really good experience. I think we're all going to notice a radical shift in our life by doing this because have you noticed? When your mindset changes, everything in your life also changes. My dream of wanting to be a millionaire one day is even intimidating to me right now because I haven't experienced that yet. Me making $12 an hour is not intimidating to me because I've experienced that. And it's not good. What's intimidating to us is where we want to be. That's why our mind is there already. And it's intimidating to us because we haven't experienced it yet. But it's where we want to be. It's where we know we need to be. You know what they say? It actually takes more muscles to frown than to smile. It's not actually harder to be positive. It's actually a lot harder to be negative. So even though this might feel harder in the moment, I think you're going to realize really soon that it's actually easier. And it actually, when you're positive, your entire life becomes easier. You're going to have opportunities come up because you're in a better mindset. You're going to attract a better outcome in your life based on the way you approach your life. I know this because I have experienced it. That is all for today's sort of teaser into this positive mindset shift. I really just wanted to start you with the introduction of don't be intimidated. Just because you haven't experienced it yet doesn't mean it's not worth it. And it doesn't mean that the outcome is not going to be good. It's going to be great. If you are interested in starting a positive mindset shift in your own personal life, there is no greater place to start than with a life coach. Don't worry if you haven't experienced one yet. It's worth it. I know because I have personally had my own life coach and I have seen my life transform. I would not be here where I'm at today if it was not for my life coach. So I would really highly encourage you to experience a life coach. If you are interested, I am Coach Cassie. You can book a free discovery call with me. The link will be in the description below to kind of figure out what this is all about. Also, you can follow me on almost any social media platform at Make Waves Coach for more content like this. You can also find me on almost any social media platform at Mermaid Kassandra with a K, because I am also a professional mermaid. Talk about rare experiences. You can also find my podcast, Make Waves Mermaid Kassandra, every place podcasts are found. Don't go too far. I will be back with so much more of this seasonal change. I am so excited for this. I think it's going to be really, really healthy for all of us. So I will be back soon with more. Until then, go out there and make waves. Mwah.